your mind back to January 2025, this is when I played Endling. Endling Extinction Forever is an indie survival adventure game developed by Spanish studio Hero Beat Studios and published by German Handy Games, who they developed many games such as Little Big Workshop, We Are Football 2024, Way of the Hunt, and many more that you can see on your screen now. Endling is a third-person survival game in a 3D side-scrolling world where you as the player take on the role as the last mother fox in the world, and you're accompanied throughout the game with her young cubs who need to be protected and fed. Whilst you play the game, the cubs can learn different skills to help increase their chance of survival. I think you know where I'm going with this. Dude, I'm gonna cry, dude. Now, I've only played 60 minutes of the game, and I'm gonna be honest, I was quite brutal with my review. I had no patience, I didn't want to play really, it didn't grasp me right at the beginning, and doing more research, I realised there is so much more depth within the game that I just didn't tap into, which proves to me 60 minutes, again, just isn't enough for a big review of a game. Don't tell me that my children are going to get stolen every single night. I don't think I can handle that. So Endling is kind of like a butterfly effect game. Your choices during the game play out in the final scene, and depending on the actions that you took will determine the final result, I guess. I don't want to spoil it for people in case people want to go play it themselves. So yeah, but I will just be careful about what you do, because your choices will come back to haunt you potentially in the end. Before I move on to the reviews, I think obviously there's been such a big gap between since I played it and now that I'm doing all my research about it. My initial reaction to this game, I think I found it personally a bit too repetitive, constantly going back and forth between your little area of home and going out to go get food and things like that. There was a map that you can go and explore things, however it did feel like the time of night wasn't long enough to be able to go do that, and the more you went on, the more the map expanded. So I don't know, I think I just clearly was just impatient and wanted to get to the story right at the end. However, if I was to play it again, I would give it a lot more time to sort of go through and play it out the way it should have been played. So the reviews of this game were a 75 from the critic reviews and a 7.7 from the user reviews, which is green all round, which is a good thumbs up. Some of the people claimed this game was simple but distressing, which, given the nature of the game, understandable. The game was heartwarming yet heartbreaking. It had amazing art, very good story, and very good music to go with it. So I think all in all, this game is a very good game. Oh, that's my baby! When recording this game back 7 months ago, I initially gave Endling a 6 out of 10. I haven't played since, and even though I've done my research now, I am not going to change the score that I gave it previously, just because I don't think that is fair to Neve at the time, who did the recording of the game. However, with a lot more like research and everything, I definitely probably would bump it up, probably maybe 1 or 2 to 7 or an 8. However, I'm going to keep it as a 6. Fucking hell, that made me jump. Jesus. Doing the wheel spin, it's landed on Immortals of Avium. I don't know either. It doesn't look like a game that I would necessarily pick, but that is why I love doing this series, because I didn't think I'd like Saints Row, and I was addicted to Saints Row for about 2 months. I could not stop playing that game. I once again apologise for the big long wait for this episode. I'm sure you're all gagging for it and really wanted it as quickly as possible. Hopefully the next one won't be as bad, but thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.